On today's episode of Women in World Change, we follow a group of powerful, strong, dedicated women who are changing lives, one dance move at a time.
We decided to do an awareness project about sex trafficking, and we created these two posters. We are walking around the city and asking people if they would like to take a picture with them to raise awareness, to realize that it's happening here in the United States, it's in Los Angeles. I just feel that sex trafficking is the lowest of the low. I don't feel that there's a worse crime you can do to take a 5-year-old, 11-year-old girl and just sell her for sex, for money. To see a child as an object, as a tool, as just something you sell as a pineapple or a chair, they just take away everything from them. They didn't see them as human being, as a girl who has dreams and who's strong and who's smart and who's friendly and loving and playful. They just see it as a thing to make money with, which is, I can't understand that. And I hope not a lot of people can, because it's so disturbing. It is very disturbing. So I think that's why it called me, because I don't think there's a worse crime to do to a child.
My name is Michelle Martins. I've been with the organization since the beginning. So I helped our founder, Isabella Grosso, start She Is. We teach dance to girls who've been sexually abused or sex trafficked, and we do it in the LA area, San Diego, and in Thailand. But we're quickly trying to expand more and more, possibly Cambodia and India as well.
There's a lot of amazing organizations who help rescue these girls and provide home for them and education and help them rehabilitate them into a normal life. And what we do, we come in the aftercare and we bring something different. Dance, I think it's very unique to just bring to these girls, because you probably wouldn't think of it as at the top of the head what they would need, but it is such a healing tool for them to just be free and dance and not think about what happened to them, and to be able to connect with their body.
When you're sexually abused, sex trafficked, whatnot, you get PTSD, legit PTSD, and it travels with you through the rest of your life. So just because you've now been rescued from a ring, it doesn't mean that you can just go integrate into society and be a healthy, forward-thinking adult. It's not going to happen like that. So the healing process, which is why we really want to focus on this, is reintegrating them, is making them comfortable in their own body again. I mean, they've really been violated. Their body is no longer their own, so they need to regain control of their body, which dance very much helps with that. There's a saying that sometimes when your body goes through something like that, speaking about it, again, very important, but also your body sometimes needs to heal it in itself, and sometimes speaking doesn't help. Sometimes you have to physically help it heal. And so again, through dance, we really try to do that and have them laugh again, be healthy, and even find their sexuality for that matter again, because that's a healthy thing. That's totally okay and a positive thing.
Healing with dance, I can talk for myself. I was very shy as a teenager. I kind of felt like I don't belong, and I had a hard time expressing my emotions. And for me, dance was when I was free. I could express what I'm feeling through my movement, and there was nobody judging me, nobody telling me how I'm supposed to feel or not. You can just give everything you feel into it, and it's so healing, it's so expressive. I don't know, I just fell in love with dance because of that, because it allowed me to be myself no matter what, and to express whatever I'm feeling that day through my movement. And it's the same for the girls. There's so many things they will probably never want to talk to anybody about. So many feelings of shame and guilt and anger. There's so much that they must be feeling inside after all that trauma, some of them being there for years and years and years. So I feel any kind of art, no matter if it's painting, singing, playing an instrument, it's so important for them because they need to be able to let all that go. And art is amazing in that way. It's so healing.
Well, she is unique, I think, because we really bring the art aspect into, it's dance therapy, really. So we come from, our founder, who's amazing, Isabella, she herself was a survivor. So we have, a couple other in-house people who unfortunately have gone through this, but really understand what these girls are going through. And then we're all pretty young and all dance professionally at some point or continue to do so. So we really bring like a well-rounded dance mentality to the girls, and again, this youthful, happy, just positive energy with them.
So when we teach them a dance routine, especially the girls in Thailand, we wanted to teach something that was powerful to them and something that they can get confident with and something that shows them that they're worth something. So that's why we picked Beyonce, Who Run the World. So even though they kind of really don't know English, they're learning English at this time, I want them to remember the powerful words. So we really try to emphasize that when we teach the class. So when we teach them something, me and my girls, the She Is team, we'll show them the dance. Because once we show them the routine, they're like, oh my God, I want to learn that. That looks so cool. I want to do that.
Athletic Garage in beautiful Pasadena, California at the second annual fundraiser gala for She Is, where we're spreading awareness of sexual abuse and sex trafficking. Let's go take a look.
To the side, pick up. Now ladies, if you want to get crazy, here we go ladies, we got it.
Hi, my name is Erin. I'm the events coordinator for She Is. We started this organization about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. This is our second annual fundraiser. And we now have a bigger team, and so it just made it that much bigger this year. It's been fun putting this event together, especially when you see what has come of it. It makes it all worth it. So it's definitely to raise awareness, to make people aware of what social media can do, how to protect your kids, what to teach them as far as, what's right and what's wrong. But then also for us to raise money so that we can go to Thailand, and we want to expand and we want to start going to other countries.
One of my favorite quotes by She Is founder Isabella Grosso is, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." And in this next segment, we'll hear Isabella not only speak about her experience dealing with the trauma of sexual abuse, but we will also watch a powerful and perhaps disturbing choreographed expression through dance that symbolizes this trauma and the breaking free from it all.
Thank you all so much for coming out today. I appreciate each and every one of you, and your support means the world to me. Seeing you here reminds me of a time when all I ever wanted was someone to hold my hand and tell me that everything was going to be okay. I just wanted to be me and feel loved and protected. That this same voice that remained quiet for 22 years, silenced by what I thought I was normal, what I thought I deserved, and what I thought defined me at the time. As some of you might know, I'm a survivor of sexual abuse, and it took me a long time to actually come clean with it. I know how these girls feel. I know all about shame, fear, rejection, and feeling broken. These feelings led me to the path of feeling unworthy, ashamed, and making the wrong choices. I knew there was something missing, something that would teach me who I really am, teach me that no matter what happened, I am still me and I'm worthy of everything. That feeling is the very same thing I always yearned for, and it is the reason why I started She Is. I used to feel so numb and shut off and not realizing that these were consequences of my abuse. That was back then. Now I'm able to see things different for what they are and walk each day comfortable in my own body and knowing that this body is mine and nobody is allowed to ever take advantage of it ever again. My goal here is to let the girls know that no matter what they've been through, everything is going to be okay. I want to offer them a hand of support and to speak words of encouragement and show these girls that their true worth. The girls that we work with are no different from you and I. They are beautiful, worthy, strong, precious, and deserve a chance for more. They deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be educated, and to be given the tools to choose and to create their own identity. She is provides an outlet for me to be me. She is provides her outlet to be who she is.
The biggest transformation I have seen so far was in Thailand. We spend so much time with the girls. We go on trips and we do arts and crafts and different projects with them. So you just see the growth way faster. And it was my first experience, so I was a little bit scared. I didn't know. Those girls are so young in Thailand. They are from 6 years old till 18. The kids I teach here, they're more teenagers. So it is really, they are just so young in Thailand. And the first few days are kind of rough because the girls will come and they don't know you, you're there, you're from a different country, you're coming to teach them something, they're not sure if they like you, they are hard to open up, they have a hard time trusting people, so they take a while. But after a couple days, you will see them come and they have these smiles on their faces. And we had girls who are very much in their own world, separated, don't talk to people, don't want to be part of any group activities, and they will just come with their heads down and shoulders in, and then they start dancing and they're looking up and smiling, and I'm just like, who is this? It's just completely different person.
One girl in particular had tried to commit suicide various times, and even once while we were there. So she missed a couple of classes. But towards the end of it, the volunteers at Destiny Rescue kept saying that, they had never seen her being so involved in something, and that she really came out of her shell towards the end of our trip there. Actually very much participating and speaking up and just dancing, more full out, which before at the beginning she was very much in her shell, kind of stayed towards the back. So seeing her kind of progress and come out of her shell, that's huge for her.
I just want to say a couple things about Isabella. Isabella is making a significant difference. Through the pain of her past, she is now being a voice on behalf of young girls and boys that have no value. And she's instilling them a future and a hope. Her yes matters. Her yes matters. And she's making a difference along with all the other amazing ladies that are involved in She Is.
Just trying to make it through each day. Though the skies are gray, it's only for now. Only for now. Hold your head high and be proud of where you are now. 'Cause our problems are only problems for now.
I think the world just needs to know more about not even sex trafficking, but human trafficking. I myself didn't know how enormous it is because we live in Los Angeles or you live in a big city in Europe and you don't see it every day on the side of the street. It's something that is so invisible and hidden so well, even though it is happening in Los Angeles. And unless you really do your own research, you have no idea how big it is. There's more human slaves in the world today than ever in human history. That just blows my mind. There's more slaves now than ever in human history. That makes no sense to me. How is that possible? How are we so blind and allow our children to be sold, and sisters and fathers? There's so many ways how people get trafficked, whether it's for sex, whether it's for labor. It can be so many different ways, and it happens so often. There's about 27 million people trafficked today in the world. 27 million people. How are we not able to see that? That has to be stopped, and the only way to stop it is if we start educating ourselves and know how to look for it, know the signs, and help help people. When you see it, you know where to call or what to do. Or it's just such a big issue, and I don't think a lot of people know and realize.
Time, all it took was time for you to come and take what was mine. Can you feel the fire speaking through your lies? You move us a step closer to crime. Can't hide.